This video is sponsored by Mugshot, so if you're interested to eat fast food, so visit Mugshot, or I have the link given in the description below. So visit Mugshot and get 20% off from my promo code. Hey, what's going on, guys? So welcome back to this topic. It's a very useful topic. You can build some good complex application using bar charts. So here we are using data tables as well, having the properties of time, humidity, temperature, smoke, sound, and actions to delete your specific result. So the very first thing I'm going to do is to insert a new row here. So click on the open model and enter your configuration. So I'm going to insert 12 for every property and click submit. And once you click submit, you see the data inserted successfully as well as a row appears on our table. So that's our insertion, and we can also delete a data, and I just simply press the delete button and now the data has been vanished. So data deleted successfully. We can also search a data. We can search specific results on the basis of your requirement. So here, if I want to have all the humidity with the values of 12, so you see that all the results which starts from the 12 or have the value 12 all appears on the same way. So now I'm going to close that one, and not only we can insert the value in the database or fetch the result from the databases, we can have our graphical results as well, which is a very important topic we are going to discuss about. So here you see for the very first result, the value which has temperature 121 have the highest peak value, with also once I hover on that bar chart, it gives you the date with time. All right, so same for all the cases. As much you rows insert to your database, the more the graph chart or the bar chart you see here. All right, so that's what we are going to build, and I'm going to explain you through the code. I'm not going to type a single line of code which wastes your time. I want that to make it a lot simpler so you guys can understand in a very simple way. So I have shown you all the links also given in the description, and I have the code in my repository for the GitHub. And first thing, you need to have your font awesome for your for having your icons. So there you see we have a icon for the statistics. So you can also have this icon by using the font awesome version. Next, we have a Bootstrap, which is a framework for the CSS, and we have used Bootstrap in model or to open a model or more stuff like that. So you can use the CDN from the Bootstrap, getbootstrap.com. Next, we have a data tables. We have used data tables for the searching, and it's a very useful tool, I believe. I highly recommend you to use data tables, which saves you a lot of time. You don't need to write a lot of stuff manually. It provides you all the search, the paginations, and a lot of stuff with that. So you can get the CDNs from the datatables.net, or for more CDNs, or to read more documentation. So you can click on the full getting starting guide. Okay, next we have a CDN. Visit code.jquery.com, and you can easily just click on the uncompressed version, and you can get the jQuery for like especially for the model. So you need a jQuery version for that. Next, we have a Morris chart, which is the main requirement for us. So you can get all the CDNs from the morris.github.io/morris.js, and you can grab all the CDNs from here. So you can also read the documentation. There are a lot of very useful stuff. You can get the bar charts, and you can also get the donut charts as well by doing all those changes. And if you give me good reviews about this video and you're interested to learn more about charts, so you can comment me or like as much this video and share that. I want to surely promise with you guys that I want to make a video on it. Okay, so let's start with the code. So I have opened my Visual Studio Code as my text editor, and you can open any of the editor, but I highly suggest to you because it provides you a lot of benefits. Having the extensions installed, it provides you a lot of stuff which is very useful. So let's jump inside the code. Don't waste any more stuff time, and now go inside the db_connect.php, where you can have your database configuration. So you have your server name, which is localhost, username to be root, no password in my case. If you have, just simply insert it here. If you have done some changes in your XAMPP server for the PHP MyAdmin, which is here, you can check from the other sources if you have the password. Then we have the DB name. In my case, the database name is bar underscore chart. So just first review the database. So I'm going to inside the database having the DB name bar underscore chart, and as well as the table name to be bar underscore chart. And now I have some properties here: ID, time, humidity, temperature, smoke, and sound. If I want to go to the structure, a very simple structure for the for our tables, I have the ID, primary key, auto increment, and rest of them all are time is the timestamp and the current timestamp for the default, and all of them have the text type. You can change that to integer. That's more that makes sense, right? So it's fine, right? Text is not more issue, but it's better to have the integer type or number. Okay, so once we are done with the DB, it's a very simple database, and we have to create a new connection by using MySQL and put all those parameters on the top inside that connection. And if there isn't any connection, then we use the PHP connect underscore error to check. If there is an error, then show that connection failed. But in my case, everything works well. So if you have your database not connected properly, so that want to show you connection failed in case if the database is not working correctly. Okay, so now next we have to go inside the index.php file. There you find a require code. Require means that we have to connect our database. So the DB name in my case is db underscore connect.php. So I simply put up here db underscore connect.php, and then I have used two simple classes for my Bootstrap to show the validations, insertion, or errors. I want to show you later how that one works, but first we need to look down. So here I have put my all the CDNs, and I want to show you all of the links given in the description. You can get all the CDNs, and even you can get this whole code from my repository from the Git. Okay, so now I want to go down and want to show you a very simple form for our working area. So there you see I have a title with the name of results, and there I have some validation. So if you insert a data, that I want to show you the alert for the Bootstrap classes. I want to show you the messages, and if that forms works well, if it sets if it sets mean that we are setting a message here, and once our data insert is successfully, that one over. Then we have a model in our case. So I've used a Bootstrap model, Bootstrap 4, and there you can usually get this whole code from there. So here is the button. We're having the ID of my model, and down here we have our ID for our table and table heading. Okay, so now we have our DB connection. We connect our DB from our database, so db underscore connect.php, and select all from bar underscore chart. So that's what they do. It's just extract all the data from a bar underscore chart, which is the name of our table. Then we have a connection with our SQL. So we use $con, which is a connection. If you're not sure what $con is, you can go to your db underscore connect.php. So there we have a user variable for the connection $con. And then you can go back to your index.php file, and then we have a query for our SQL. That's our query for where it will extract all the data. And now this what it do, it checks the result if there is some row inserted in our database. If there is some data exists, so it will check from the database and fetch the result from our array. So fetch underscore source is an associative array. That means that associative array has the key and the values, and we have all those properties inside the rows. So time, humidity, temperature, smoke, and sound. So you see all the data from your database. These are the database names, and then it will then we use the table data and the PHP tags open and closed, and we can just simply echo this all out, all the variables which have these which have those attributes inside that. We can just simply show them all inside the table data. And then we have a very simple form. We have used the super globals PHP underscore self. So whenever the form executed, it will redirect to the same page. That's where we use PHP underscore self. And method for the post, whenever we are posting some data or the body, and we have all the data inside that. We have the hidden ID to delete the specific result. So we use this whole form is for to delete a data specific ID. Definitely every data must have some unique ID from where we can delete our data. So down we have our ID for the my model, and that's ID you have already I shown you. It's I believe it should be right here. If it's not right here, don't worry about it. We just simply copy it, and I want to find it out here. So you see we have a button. We have a button with the ID of my model, and whenever we press the button, that form will open. So this is our whole form here. Very simple form, and we have used this form inside it. All the input fields are there: humidity, the temperature, the smoke and sound, and every other thing. And then we have a close button as well inside the model to close our model. And also we can have our graphical results to which has the reference for the chart.php, which we have just created a file. If you just see here, and we use the jQuery for two different cases for our data tables, as well as also for the model which we have created. So we need jQuery for that. Then there is a jQuery, sorry, not the jQuery, this is data table scripts, JavaScript, and we have that ID which fetch from our table ID. We have to open this to have this table on the basis of the configuration for our data tables. All right, so we are done with the index.php file. The last file is the chart.php. There we have all the results generate from our table, and we can show the graphical results here. So we have a MySQL fetch underscore array. So I already explained you that want to fetch the results from that query. That query has select all the results, and that MySQL query has the connection and the query parameter. And we have a char underscore data, which is right now blank. If you see down here, you see all the results are saved in this char underscore data, and that data will actually moves all the results into the graphicals by using the Morris bar charts. Okay, so then we have the time, humidity, temperature, and we have the substring which has the parameter 0 to -2. And down here we have some Morris charts CDNs, and then we have our headings, and that's the script which can show you all the results. So data is all which we fetch from our database, is the time, humidity, temperature, and more results if you are interested to have add up in your table. And then we have labels for the temperature and the humidity, and hide over is auto. Whenever I put the pointer over the bar chart, so it hovers, so it hides the bars and show the results of the which we have on the hover results. So then it's stacked, it's true. And if I just go back to my graphical results, it's right here inside the graphical results. So there you find whenever I hover, it show you the date and the temperature, which is 121. All right, so this all beautifully stacked, and I hope you guys will understand, enjoy this topic. You can use these, you can use this whole in your practical examples or in your projects, wherever you can use. So feel free to use it. And I also have this code in my GitHub, so you can also download it from here. So that's it, guys. Share it and subscribe my channel if you're interested to have more videos like this. So please have a comments on it. So I want to see you for the next time. If you are interested to learn web technologies and more stuff, so visit abnations.com, or you can comment below for more tutorials. You can also support us on the social networks, and so